Hello everyone, this is Shinobi once again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. I'm sorry I've been away for a few days, no, almost a month now. That's because I just bought a new home and it's been a busy month for me. I'm also now among one of those mortgagey people. So yeah, life's life. Yeah, I'm back now again and I hope that I can continue to make more videos. So let's go ahead and check out the new heroes. Alrighty, just like any other hero collector game, Ace has also kept on increasing the number of heroes they have, and yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get Oderic. He's the new dark hero. Well, certainly not going to get him soon because I have gone completely free to play. So I hope that I can get him by chance. Anyway, he looks cool. He looks like the Reaper. Why does he have that mask? I'm not going to scream. Anyway, so he's got a good pair of scissors on him. Looks, of course, not the Edward Scissorhand kind of scissors, but still, at least he's got some scissors on him. Right, so he's got an S tier attack. 1524 attack is not the highest of the attack stats for an attack-based hero, but of course, can't help it. That's what he has. A tier health, C tier speed. So obviously he's not meant to be the fastest of the hero, but I don't think he's going to be a DPS kind of a hero. But still, let's look at what he's got in his kit so that we can see where he can be good. Obviously, he's going to be good at arena. Disclaimer, okay? He's going to be good at arena. So why is he going to be good at arena? Let's go ahead and check it out. So his trait, at the start of the battle, he applies Reaper's Grasp to the enemy with the highest attack for 3 rounds. Okay, so that's going to be on the DPSer, enemy DPSer, and they're going to get Reaper's Grasp at the start of the battle. So what does it do? It prevents them from gaining bonus turns or speed ups. That means they are not going to take any, obviously that certainly means it's not going to take any bonus turn, but they're also not going to get any speed up. So if they have the slowest of them, they're not going to get the speed up, right? Except of course Light Nicholas. So before an enemy with Reaper's Grasp takes their turn, Oderic moves to the top of the action queue. Okay, so before the enemy's DPSA is going to move, this guy is going to move. That's great. But is he going to one-shot him? I don't know. I don't see that kind of a stat on him. I hope the multipliers are good. If it's not good, I don't know. Okay, I'll have to test him out. I hope I can get a copy of him to test him out. As long as I'm not testing him out, I'm going to be at the fence. I'm not really sure how good his DPS is going to be. So Oderic moves to the top of the action queue, and Oderic is immune to death as long as an enemy with Reaper's Grasp is present. So as long as the enemy's DPSer is present with Reaper's Grasp on him, Oderic is not going to die, which is good. If he's ascended, when an enemy with Reaper's Grasp dies, applies Reaper's Grasp to a random enemy for 3 rounds, only once per battle. So if he's ascended, he's going to apply Reaper's Grasp twice in a battle. Once on the DPSer and once on any random enemy, and that's only going to happen once per battle. So as a ascended, Oderic is going to be really, really powerful because he's going to last for 6 rounds. 6 rounds he's going to be alive. If the DPSer dies within 1 round, then obviously 4 rounds, but at least he's going to last for 2 of them if he's ascended. That's great. That's really good. So as far as his trade is concerned, that's a really, really good trade. And obviously the enemy DPSA is not going to take any additional turns, and he's also not going to be getting any speed ups. Right. So his basic, it deals 160% damage to 1 enemy and applies no positive effect on them for 2 turns. A very basic, not really great, but at least the no positive effect is a really good plus point on this. So do we require focus on him? Of course, being a Dark Light hero, he's already going to get 30% focus, so it's going to be easier, a little bit more easier to give focus on him, but in arena, especially in diamond, top diamond arena, you require a lot of focus. Okay, right. So his special, he deals 160% damage to one enemy, ignoring 50% of the target's defense. So obviously he's got an inbuilt defense down on the special, swapping this hero's negative effects with the target's positive effect. Again, a wonderful trait, a wonderful skill, I would say, not a trait, a wonderful special. When attacked, launches a counterattack with this ability up to 2 times per round. All right, so that is not so that last line has got nothing to do with the 3-turn cooldown of special, I think. So is he going to do it every single round? Because if he did his special this round, his special is on cooldown. So will he be launching a counterattack, or will he not be? I'll have to test him out to see that. But if he's going to do that, that's going to be great. And he's going to do that 2 times per round. Awesome. Okay, so let's look at his ultimate. He deals 200% damage to one enemy, ignoring 80% of the target's defense and stealing 60% of the target's attack. And obviously, he's going to attack with his ultimate. If he's going to attack the DPSer, then the enemy DPSer has got a huge attack, and he's going to gain that attack up to 100% of this hero's attack. So that would mean that you'll have to give him a lot of attack, and then when he attacks the enemy DPSer, he's going to steal the enemy DPSer 60% of the enemy DPS's attack on himself. And if he's got an attack up, that's going to be a huge amount of attack. But is that stealing of 60% attack of the target's attack going to happen before he actually deals damage to the DPSer, or is it going to be after he deals the damage on the DPSer? Because if it's going to be after he deals the damage on the DPSer, then it's going to be a mute point. It's redundant. He'll have to wait until he does his special before anything happens. But if he's going to do it before he damages, then that means the enemy DPSer is going to die. Well, let's test him out and see. Maybe tomorrow, if I'm getting the copy of him, then I'll test him out. But this is going to make him really, really good in arena. How effective he's going to be against a tanky arena team, I don't know. We'll have to check him up. Hopefully he's going to deal a good enough damage. If he's got a good multiplier, then yes, he's going to be really, really good in arena, and he's going to be a mess to deal with, because your DPSer is not going to gain any speed up. Your DPS is not going to get any bonus attacks. That's going to be really a pain for us to deal with if we are against Oderic. So another dark hero who is going to be really, really painful to deal with in arena. There you go. You have Oderic, the scissor hand. All right. So let's look at the next hero and see how good the other hero can be. So our next hero is the featured limited summon hero Arlo. Okay. So let's look at his stats first. He's got a little bit slightly higher attack than Oderic, but still an S tier attack, 8 tier health, not so good speed, 117 speed. I don't know why all the attack heroes, the offense type heroes, have got slow speed, but yeah, that's what it is. At least he's got a good leader ability, where in dungeon battles all team members crit damage is increased by 25%. I wish it was in at all battles and everywhere. I think like dungeon battles is also good enough, because he is an ignite hero, and of course it's going to be really difficult for him to be used in arena. So yeah, we'll have to deal with in dungeon, but if it was everywhere, then we could have used his leader ability in Guild Boss as well. Unfortunately, even if I get him as a copy, I will not be able to test him in Guild Boss, but he does look good in Guild Boss. Okay, so I think like he's going to be really good at Guild Boss if you're using an Ignite kind of team. So let's go ahead and check out his trait and his other kit and see why he can be good at Guild Boss and also against some dungeon heroes, especially at Tulpa. And I hope that he could be used in Witch of the Wind, certainly not in Queen of Tides. And unfortunately, you cannot use him in Gemini. I wish we could have used Ignite heroes in Gemini. So let's go ahead and check him out first. Right, so his trait Ember at the start of, when an ally applies Ignite to in their own turn, additionally applies 1 stack of Ignite to the primary target for 2 turns. So he's just going to increase the amount of Ignite on the enemy. So if you're going against Guild Boss and you have got 2 or 3 heroes with you along with him, probably 2 more heroes who can place Ignites, he's going to actually increase the number of Ignites on the hero or on the enemy. So if he's ascended, when an ally applies Ignite in their own turn, the effect cannot be resisted. So that's great. But then you have to ascend him. At least he's a fire hero and not a dark light hero. So maybe we will be able to get him to Ascension 5, which I think is going to be Ascension 5, all right? So that's going to be, Ascension. It doesn't show here how much you require, but it's possibly all the new heroes are like having Ascension 5. So he's also going to be Ascension 5, and it's going to be very difficult to get him to that. But at the same time, if he's ascended, your ally does not require any focus to land the Ignite, and he also applies an additional stack of Ignite to the primary target for 2 turns. Now his basic, it deals 120% damage to 1 enemy and applies 2 stacks of Ignite to them for 2 turns. Okay, that's a basic. Again, another basic, not that great, but at least he's placing more Ignites. So he's going to place 2 more Ignites. Great. Right, 1 second. When he places an Ignite, anyway, the text says ally, so not him. Anyway, forget that. Alright, so his special, when attacked, if the target has at least 4 stacks of Ignite, reduces damage taken by 50% and launches a counterattack with special ability. Now, let's look at his special ability first. It deals 150% damage to 1 enemy and applies 1 stack of Ignite for 2 turns, with each stack of Ignite increasing damage dealt by 15%. So imagine if you're using someone that can place a lot of Ignites on the boss, he is going to deal a massive amount of damage, because I cannot see on the text if the damage from the Ignite is capped. So what if the enemy has got, say, if you are against Guild Boss and you are having 30 or 40 or 50 stacks of Ignite on the boss, what kind of damage is he going to deal? Think Philida. Okay, so she can deal a huge amount of Ignites. Okay, so she also increases the duration of all Ignite effects by 1 turn. And if you have ascended her, if you have booked her, she's going to deal a massive amount of Ignite. So what if you're using him along with Philida? He's going to keep on placing stacks of Ignite, and she's going to keep on increasing the duration of the Ignite, and she's going to place a tremendous amount of Ignite on the boss. What if you're using him along with her? What kind of a damage is he going to deal? That is a question that we need to look at. Hopefully I can test him. Unfortunately, I cannot test him in Guild Boss. I just wish that I could have done that. Test heroes cannot be used in Guild Boss, so I will not be able to actually get the full results of it. But anyway, this is going to be massive. This is going to deal massive amount of damage when the boss hits him, or when the boss does an AoE. He's going to counterattack, and he's going to counterattack with the special ability, and immediately he's going to deal a massive amount of damage. I hope it is not capped. Then when it happens, then because of Philida's effects, there is going to be a massive amount of Ignites on the boss, and this is going to deal sweet damage. All right, so let's look at his ultimate. He gains crit damage up for 2 turns and launches 3 attacks on an enemy, dealing 180% damage in total, with a 100% chance of applying 3 stacks of Ignite for 2 turns. So I think like it's only going to be 3 stacks, 1 stack per hit that he's going to deal, not going to be 3 stacks per hit. No, it's going to be 1 stack per hit, so total 3 stacks of Ignite for 2 turns. Each stack of Ignite increases damage dealt by 20%. So both his special and his ultimate have got a damage increasing capability based on the number of stack of Ignite on the enemy. So obviously he's going to be really good against bosses and against guild boss. Massively powerful hero when it comes to it. So it depends upon the multiplier that he has. I hope I can get copy of him so that I can test him out, and then I can see if that multiplier is really effective against the bosses, especially in Rift of Chaos. Unfortunately not in Guild Boss. Maybe if you have got a personal copy of him, maybe you'll be able to test him out in Guild Boss. But as of now, what I believe is that he's going to be really good against bosses if you are able to increase the number of stacks of Ignite on the boss. So yeah, this is the 2 new heroes that we have. Of course, Oderic is going to be really good in Arena, and yeah, and Arlo is going to benefit us against bosses. So despite the fact that there is a huge pool of heroes, what do you think about these 2 new heroes? That's what I would like to hear. Of course, I know that many of us are not happy with the number of heroes that is there, and because it's also becoming very difficult to get the heroes, that's a different kind of a aspect within the game. Not going to discuss that here. But at this point, let me know what you think about Oderic and Arlo. I would like to hear your comments, and I hope that I can make testing videos of them. I hope I can get them soon enough that I'll be able to make testing videos of them. And I would like to certainly find out how good a damage both of them can deal, especially Arlo against bosses. And I would like to see that. I want to know that so that I can pass it on to you. And if you get him, you might be able to build him. Right, so that's it from me. Let me know what you think about this video. I would like to hear from you again. So until then, peace, love, and blessings to all of you. See you next time. Shinobi out. Bye.